Today's story is called Gluscabi and the Winged Eagle. Gluscabi was a young Indian warrior. He was strong and courageous. Every day he would call for the blessings of the ancestors. Kayo Ajine, Ayo Yaye, and then go out to hunt and fish. He was strong. He lived with his grandma in a little house by a lake. Gluscabi, he liked to go in his canoe and go to the middle of the lake to catch fish. So one day he got into his canoe and he started to paddle and paddle to the middle of the lake. And when he came to the middle of the lake, he threw his net. But just then, shoo, 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 there came a wind, and Gluscabi and his canoe were blown back to their house. Gluscabi was a brave young man. He got his paddles and he started to paddle and paddle and paddle and paddle back to the lake. And there he threw his net, and just as he threw the net into the water, shoo, 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 the wind blew him back to the house. Gluscabi was really brave and strong. He was not a man to give up so easily. And again, he took his paddle, and he paddled, and he paddled, and he paddled, and he paddled to the middle of the lake. And there he threw his net, and just as he threw the net, shoo, 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 the wind blew him back. Gluscabi shook his head. And he asked grandmother, says, "Grandma, why does the wind blow?" Grandma, she shook her head. "I don't like you ask questions like these. But why don't you go and ask the wind yourself? He lives high up in the mountain." Gluscabi took his bow and arrow and he set out. Kayo Ajine, Ayo Yaye. And he went up the mountain and down the mountain and up the mountain and down the mountain. And when he came high up to a mountain, there he saw the winged eagle. And the winged eagle flapped his wings, shoo, 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 and whoo, whoo. The wind would blow all over the world. Gluscabi, his hair was blowing, but he was strong. And he said, "Grandpa, winged eagle, why do you blow?" He says, "I blow because I move my wings. Ooh, ooh, ooh." And he said, Grandpa Wind, why don't you go high up into that mountain? There, when you move your wings, the wind will become so strong. And the Grandpa Wind said, "My son, I am not so strong that I can climb the mountain." Gluscabi said, "Grandpa, let me help you. I will pull you up." He said, "Here, I have a rope. You put a rope around you and I'll pull you to the mountain." The winged eagle said, "Oh, all right, oh." And he put a rope, but did he pull him up to the mountain? No, he pulled him down into the valley. And Gluscabi, with his bow and his arrow, he walked up the mountain and down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain, back to his home. Kayo Ajine, Ayo Yaye. And there he got in his canoe and he started to paddle and paddle and paddle and paddle back to the middle of the lake. And when he came to the middle of the lake, he wanted to throw his net, but it was so hot. Very, very hot. He said, Gluscabi had no more strength. Such a brave and courageous warrior was tired, and he paddled and paddled and paddled back to his home. And there he asked Grandma, he says, Grandma, why does the wind not blow anymore? And Grandma said, I don't like you ask these questions. You go and ask the wind why he doesn't blow anymore. And so, Gluscabi, he took his bow and arrow and he sang, Kaiowajine, Ayoyaye. And he climbed up the mountain and down the mountain and up the mountain and down the mountain. And there he found Grandpa Eagle, the winged eagle, deep down in a valley. And he says, Grandpa, why don't you blow anymore? And he said, my son, because you put me here. He says, Grandpa, forgive me. I'm a foolish young man. Let me help you. I will bring you back. And he pulled the rope, and he took off the rope, and he put Grandpa Eagle back to his old mountain spot. And he said, please, blow. Don't blow every day, but blow. And the winged eagle says, ho, ho, I will blow, but I will not blow every day. And so Gluscabi, he went back down the mountain and up the mountain and down the mountain and up the mountain and down the mountain, back to the house where he saw his grandma. And he said, Grandma, the wind will blow, but not blow every day. And Grandma said, yes, that is how it has to be. Kaiowajine, Ayoyaye.